Good afternoon, everybody. Let's get started. Those good-looking firefighters. We just got the good-looking ones come out today. I'm very excited as the mayor to talk about Fire Station 31 groundbreaking. I ask that before I say a few words, you just take a deep breath and you can smell the progress. It's a good smell. This new station will provide our North Seattle communities with a state-of-the-art facility. It will support our reliable fire and emergency medical services for decades to come. I'm very excited to not only welcome the chief, but a few other leaders that have made sure this effort is undertaken in the way we want to, and a couple of council members that are showing incredible leadership thus far in their tenure as city council members. So this is indeed an exciting opportunity to sort of show off what hard work, the dividends that hard work pays off. With the expansion of light rail and new housing and other exciting developments, this is a growing part of our city. We welcome our new residents and our neighbors who deserve fast and reliable services, and that's what this represents. This new station will house a fire engine ladder, a medic and aid unit, and have space for a Health One unit to help neighbors in their moment of need. Supported by a $54 million investment in our budget, this station is helping us build a comprehensive approach to public safety, centered around the needs of our community. Our efforts have included adding 24 permanent firefighter positions in West Seattle and South Park, expanding the Health 99 overdose response unit, and our new dual dispatch team in the care department. Now, I joke about our Seattle Fire Department, but in all seriousness, it is in the top 1% of fire departments in the nation with Protection 1 rating, and was the first department in the state to achieve this exemplary rating. And when I say I joke about the fire department, because number one, they're fun to poke fun of, because people aspire to be a part of this department. That is one of the departments that we lead with when we talk about exemplary service. We talk about race and social justice. We talk about making sure every life matters. They exemplify the finest in terms of our One Seattle approach. And when I see that kind of excellence around me, perhaps I get inferior complex, and that's why I joke about them. But in all seriousness, I couldn't be more prouder as a mayor for the work that they do. Last year, Seattle Fire had 2 recruiting classes, and nearly 60 recruits successfully completed the 15-week academy and will enter operations. Indeed, the city, the state, and the country watches what this particular department does, and people still want to be a part of that. That's rank and file, that's leadership, that's mid-management, that's an all-team approach. It's exciting that future recruit classes will take advantage of the new facility and serve our North Seattle communities. So I indeed want to thank the firefighters, our labor partners, other stakeholders who were involved in the selection of this site at the Epic Life Church and for the interim space and this partnership. I want to thank the community and the neighbors for being welcoming in this endeavor. We're excited to break down on this project and continue to build a safe, thriving future for our city, and I look forward to celebrating the grand opening in 2025, and I will assure you that it'll be a little warmer, skies will be a little bluer, and indeed this community will be a little safer. Now with that, I'll hand it over to Chief Scoggins for a few words. Thank you very much.
Well, good morning. My name is Harold Scoggins, and I'm honored to be the fire chief of the Seattle Fire Department. I want to lead with a thank you to Mayor Harrell for your ongoing support of the Seattle Fire Department, and thank you for your kind words. We really appreciate that. Thank you to our new Public Safety Chair, Bob Kettle, for being here this morning. We appreciate you being here. And thank you to our District 5 Council Member, Kathy Moore. I'm glad you could both be here and participate today. Thank you. We would not be breaking ground without the steadfast support given by the mayor's office and the city council since this project began back in 2019. I guess it seems like a lifetime ago. At that time, we were facing hard decisions about the fitness of old Fire Station 31. The building was not only challenged by structural and environmental issues, but frankly, we were busting at the seams. As we added units to handle the response volume, it further cramped an already tight living and working space. The fact is, the north end of the city is growing rapidly. You don't have to drive very far to see how much change is happening with the light rail expansion, as the mayor mentioned, and the Kraken Ice Complex are just two examples in this part of the city of growth. Today's ceremony is about looking forward. Station 31 is one of the busiest stations in the city. Firefighters and paramedics at Station 31 responded to more than 11,600 fire and EMS responses in 2023. 11,600 fire and EMS responses. We know it's only going to get busier, and this new station is designed with the future in mind. Not only will it house our existing responding units, but we are creating space for a future Health One team to be housed here as well to serve the needs of North Seattle. We also promise to be good neighbors. I want to thank Local 27 President Kenny Stewart, who wasn't able to be here today, as well as Battalion Chief Dan Murray. And Dan Murray has worked tirelessly on this project since the beginning. He's been our SFD project lead, and you'll hear from him this morning. Of course, thanks goes out to FAS and Acting Director Kirsten Grove for your partnership and your support, not just on this project, but maintaining all of our 40 Seattle Fire Department facilities and over 150 vehicles we have on the road each day. We appreciate you. We also need to offer our appreciation to Epic Life Church, which has hosted our interim station since 2021. And if you live in the area, you know it's the second time we've been there. When during some of the earlier remodeling projects, we were also hosted by Epic Life Church. But most of all, thank you to our firefighters who have worked at Fire Station 31, and they deserve a round of appreciation for their patience and their flexibility, and some of them are here today. It's been 4.5 years since they moved out of the old station. Now, barring any construction delays, we are looking forward to them moving back in, as the mayor mentioned, in 2025 into their new home right here on this site, where we'll be having another celebration. Next, I would like to invite up Joe Hampton from FAS Capital Development to share a few words. Joe?
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Joe Hampton, and I lead capital development in the city's Department of Finance and Administrative Services, or FAS. It's an honor to be here today in support of our firefighters for the life-saving work that they do. I want to thank Mayor Harrell, Chief Scoggins, and Battalion Chief Dan Murray, and other leadership of Seattle Fire. To our design team, I'd like to extend our appreciation for leading this collaborative effort and for the amazing work that has brought us here today. A day that is extremely special for Fire Station 31 firefighters and this wonderful community. Today's groundbreaking marks a significant milestone on this project for our teams, and it's important to recognize their hard work throughout this process. From identifying the site, to gathering community input, contracting the work, and partnering with Fire to make sure we're providing them with the best station possible. They deserve the best, and we aim to provide it. Once completed in late 2025, this site will be home to a 3-story, 22,000 square foot station with 4 apparatus bays and some special features we're really excited about, including space for a Health One unit to provide non-emergency care, a classroom for fire department training and community engagement, and enhancements to the neighborhood and public streetscape. Late next year, I look forward to joining you all here again for the open house of this phenomenal new Fire Station 31. Thank you so much for your time. I'll now pass it over to Liam Roney, Seattle firefighter and Vice President of Local 27. Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Great job.
Morning, everybody. My name is Liam Roney. I'm Vice President of Local 27. I'm also a 17-year veteran of the Seattle Fire Department. I'm the tiller on Ladder 3 in the Central District. And today is a huge day. Mayor Harrell, I want to extend a gratitude from Seattle firefighters for the deep investment in our health and safety represented by the groundbreaking here today. We struggled for years in the old station, and this is a deep investment in our resiliency and our ability to respond to the citizens of Seattle. Firefighting is a dangerous career, not only due to hostile fire events, but from diseases like cancer, heart disease, and all manner of other ailments. It requires long-term commitment and investment to keep us healthy for the long term, so we can have a long career and proper retirement. Kenny Stewart put an incredible amount of work into making this happen. He's the president of Local 27. He wishes he could be here. I'm honored to be here in his stead. But I once again want to thank the mayor, city council, and the Durkin administration who began this. And with that, I will pass the mic to Local 2898 President Dan Murray. So thank you, everybody.
Good morning and welcome, everyone. I'm Battalion Chief Dan Murray. I'm an Operations Battalion Chief here in Battalion 6. I'm also a former Engine 31 Lieutenant and Captain of Ladder 5. On behalf of the past and present members of Fire Station 31, I want to thank everyone for being here on this amazing day to celebrate this moment of incredible significance, not only for the Seattle Fire Department, but also for the Northgate and Licton Springs community and our great city as a whole. This civic project is not only a fire station, but it's critical infrastructure that represents and symbolizes our city's dedication to our members in the Seattle Fire Department. It also emerges as a place of pride and engagement for all community members in the Northgate and Licton Springs community, and it demonstrates our desire to always keep moving forward and investing in the future. In 2018, as a station, we created a vision for our station. It simply read, "A Better 31s." You could see it, you could feel it, but most of all, our members who are here today believed in it. In that, as a station, we looked at how we could be better in all aspects of ourselves and our station. We looked at how we could be better in how we served the city and our mission, better in how we provided customer service and engaged with the community, better in how we approached health and safety for all of our members, and also better in all aspects of the very station we called home. I can proudly say, because of the collaborative efforts, the commitment to the vision of a better 31s, and the resilience, the teamwork, and the leadership of past and present station members, station captains, our community members, city council, the mayor's office, Local 27, FAS, our city partners in different agencies, Chief Scoggins, and the SFD leadership team, that today we are here to celebrate the progress and our city's strong commitment to not only new Fire Station 31, but also to public safety. Despite any challenges and obstacles that may have come our way throughout the process, each step of the way, our partners and city leadership have continued to invest and support this incredibly important project that positively impacts how we serve. The investments are evident in all aspects of the project design. Our project design team, made up of the best of FAS, SFD, and Miller Hull, emphasized and prioritized health and safety and operational functionality. Health and safety was focused from the chemicals and materials used in the actual construction to the material design for airflow within the station, to separation of clean and dirty areas of the station to prevent cross-contamination and to minimize harmful exposure to hazardous chemicals and gases, and even the alerting system to reduce impacts to our responders. We also prioritize operational functionality from the location of the new station to support our community here and how we serve the surrounding neighborhoods and other fire stations to ensure adequate response times are able to be met. A station that will support up to 13 firefighters per shift and 3 mobile integrated health members so we can get the right resource for any type of an alarm. And a station that supports ongoing training in and out of the classroom so we're prepared to meet the current and emerging needs in our communities. I want to close again in celebration of this great achievement for our city and the dedicated members of Fire Station 31 and our fire department as we take the next step in our journey of a better 31s, as well as reaffirming what I believe in my core. I continue to believe in our mayor's vision of One Seattle. But as I've said before, we cannot have one Seattle without one another. I am so proud to say this project puts on display the amazing support from one another and the great possibilities and the best of what we can all achieve together. Thank you. Next, I'm introducing Councilmember Kettle.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Chief Scoggins, Battalion Chief Murray, the men and women of the fire department. Thank you so much. I support the men and women of the Seattle Fire Department. Even more important, though, is that they are supported with facilities and equipment. Support is also needed in the face of violence against the firefighters and the theft of equipment from their fire engines, their rigs, their trucks. And so we as a council are going to move forward on this. We're going to create a strategic framework to work against the permissive environment with the mayor and his team in a very One Seattle way to address those issues. Support is also needed in the face of an incredible op-tempo, which I'm sure everyone here can appreciate. That has a big impact because of the behavioral health and the addiction crises that we face. It's a real concern. So we must assist in the health to include the mental health of our firefighters. And at the end of the day, it's about public service. It's about thank you for your service, thank you for putting on the uniform, and thank you for answering the calls. Thank you, too, for your families and your friends and your support system. That support is so important to you and to the fire department overall. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your service. And thank you to all the team behind me for moving it forward on this new fire station that is so important as we build our infrastructure throughout the city. Thank you so much.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Kathy Moore. I'm the newly elected council member from District 5, Northgate. Yay, the best district in the city, no offense. But I wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who's here and to all the work that you've done. I know this has been a long project, and today is, as I've been told, a very special day. So I feel honored to be able to just be here as an aside to see what's happening and to state that certainly from my position in District 5, I'm a huge fan of the Seattle Fire Department. They've done amazing work. They did incredible work during our emergency severe weather response, and they just do amazing work every day. So I will continue to be a big supporter. It's also very exciting that this building capacity is going to allow our firefighters and the community they serve to be safe and to really be able to extend their services to all who need it in our community. It's also set to include public art from a local artist, Damon Brown. It's going to have updated pavement and street trees and sidewalks. So it is a project that saves lives, it plants trees, and it brings more sidewalks to District 5. What more could we want? So I'm very excited to see it open in 2025, and thank you so much for your time. And again, thank you for all the amazing work you do every day. And I will turn it back to our mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember. In closing, a very wise leader once told me that you can't have one Seattle without one another. Who said that, Dan? All right, Dan. You're going to hear that for a while because I really, really like it. I wish I would have thought of it. And at the end of the day, is about the safety of everyone around this city, and it's about their safety. They put their lives at risk to protect others. And under our administration, and as others mayors might have concerned themselves with their life after their fire department, the clothes that they wear, the hazardous conditions that they have to expose themselves to, the tools that they use to do what they do. That concerns our administration, concerns their families. And so again, I want to thank you for the work that you do. And I'm very honored to partner with these strong council members in Moore and Kettle. We are in for a treat in terms of the work we're going to do in this city. So I'll entertain a few questions if you have any, and otherwise we're going to break some soil to keep our momentum going out here in one of the greatest districts in the city. Are there any questions? I'll count you down. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, Seattle. Let's break some ground. Let's break some ground.
You do not have to wear it.
Okay, but I have a question.
Oh, those warm. If you want a hat, some folks are not wearing
Oh,
it.
okay. I'll okay. Unless you want me to put a hat on that says that? Okay.
Okay, am I leading us on this? Okay, I guess so. Okay, I'll take the lead on 1, 2, 3. We're just gonna settle it, and we're gonna go right forward and see who can get it as far to the camera.
Aim for me.
Wait for you. You count us off, Tim.
3, 2, 1, Seattle. One more time, Bob. On 3. 1, 2, and 3.